Hello, it's Michael, and welcome to another episode of the Gears Tech Zone. Today we want to talk to you about torque wrenches. We mentioned this a few episodes ago, back in the early days when we first set out on this little adventure of a YouTube channel. But today we want to kind of get a little bit more specific and go over the proper use of a torque wrench and why a torque wrench. Well, first of all, with most modern contemporary bikes, and we have a lovely example here. You'll note that on many of the component fittings on bikes like this, there are going to be small little numbers that are actually etched into the bike or the component. With today's modern carbon frames, these types of settings are of sort of mission critical importance. The reason being is you do not want to over torque a particular setting or bolt on a bike. You also don't want to under torque, so understanding what level you need to be at, this is where a torque wrench becomes really handy. With this particular specialized ethos that we have sitting behind us here, we have these torque settings in a number of spots. Can't see it right now, but on the back end of this clamp here for the seat post is a Newton meter setting of 6.2 Newton meters. Particularly important on a carbon bike, also with a carbon seat post, that these settings really are well maintained and we do adhere to them. Moving to the front end of the bike as well, you can quite easily see here we have 5.1 Newton meter settings for the stem bolts here, as well as on the faceplate. Another indication, also I believe, of 5.1 Newton meters. All right, on to using our torque wrench. Relatively simple exercise. Let's grab this wrench here, and you'll notice right away on pretty much any and all torque wrenches there's going to be a small window here. This is going to give you an indication of your torque setting. There's also a little dial at the bottom. This allows us to set the proper torque spec. As we've already noted with the bicycle that we have here, it's a 5.1 Newton meter setting, so I'm just going to set that dial to 5.1 Newton meters, or sometimes, as the case may be, as close as one can get to that, because sometimes these dials are a little bit difficult to read. Using our 4mm Allen key, we're going to just tighten this up. And what you'll notice is as we get to the proper setting, that wrench will break like so. Did you see that? Just notice I'm at the proper setting. A little bit of a break. We know we're at the correct Newton meter settings on that. Pop that out, and we're all good. So one of the really important things to always remember with a torque wrench, once you've finished using it, super important to take that tension off again, dial it right back to zero, helps maintain proper torque settings and wear and tear on your wrench. All right, there you have it, folks. Quick little 101 overview of the use of a torque wrench. Something that you can certainly do at home, something that we do highly recommend. Keep in mind, don't necessarily need to invest in big expensive Pro Tools. There's some great aftermarket consumer level product available. One that we always like to recommend is this little tool from Topeak, the Torque Nano Bar X. Super little tool, nice and compact, and it's definitely going to cover most of the basic specs for what the home mechanic needs to do with things like stems, headsets, seat posts, etc. So there you have it, folks. That's it for me today. Stay tuned for our next and upcoming episode of the Gears Tech Zone. Bye for now.